What does DCF in Massachusetts do during a 51B investigation? DCF, when they interview you during a DCF 51B investigation in Massachusetts, it can be intrusive. They can ask you very intimate questions. They may ask to speak to people that you don't want them to speak to, such as your mother-in-law, or perhaps the school, or your pastor, or the pediatrician, or your therapist, so forth and so on. These are people that you may want them to interview too, and DCF doesn't. So it cuts both ways, if that makes sense. You need to make a plan. You gotta have everything lined up. You must look at this from a strategic position. Who's gonna say what? What person should speak to DCF? Who shouldn't speak to DCF because they're not very good communicator? Or maybe they have mental health issues. Or maybe they're sick or infirmed. So there's different things you must consider during your investigation. DCF says they handle the investigation different depending upon, it doesn't matter who files. I don't believe them. When it's a mandated reporter, I hear it all the time. I've seen newspaper articles day after day, week after week, month after month, years after year with these same mandated reporters in Massachusetts that are involved with child abuse and neglect in their own personal lives throughout this great country of ours. But we give them a special designation that's required to file. But that doesn't mean their report's any stronger than a non-mandated reporter, or anonymous for that reason. So you got to take this very serious because you don't know who's saying what to whom. And it happens all the time. And they make up scurrilous allegations. They're trying to hurt people. I had a case where a client was involved with the landlord and there was unsanitary conditions, so they called City Hall. Next thing you know, the owner, the landlord, was calling DCF on the family. We also had the same situation where a mother had her sister and her mother didn't like her husband, thought that she had not married well, saying that they didn't want her married to him, despite the fact she had 3 kids with the gentleman, and he was a good provider. And even better than that, she told me he was a great husband and a great father to their children. So your parents, your mom, or your sister don't always know what's best. But they denied the mother and the sister filing a 51A against my client. But yet we just happened to stumble across some reports that had their names on it. They weren't redacted. And the mom and the sister were outed. And let's just say that they're toxic and they're not allowed in the house anymore. And if they do, there's consequences against them now. But you want to turn that negative of report of a 51A into a 51B into a positive. And in certain cases and situations, you can use that information to give the DCF and say, listen, next time this person calls or somebody affiliated with them, please don't screen it in, screen it out. And give chapter and verse with all your facts to DCF. It's like DCF doesn't want to investigate false claims. And for good reason. They shouldn't have to. There's too many important cases out there that deserve and need investigation. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have, please share it with others that you know and love so they can benefit as well.